everyone, you're watching Jana FX. In this video, as usual, I make technical analysis for the coming week. We'll have a look at main pairs, important levels, and possible entry points. And we're starting with euro-dollar as usual. So this is a 4-hour chart with bigger picture to have a look what was happening and what the expectations would be. So this week I have sent few screenshots through the Telegram channel. So remember, if you want to join, it's free and it is Jana FX. So we had this trade. Where I placed my orders, it was a sell, and you see the market went down. So that was a really nice area. Once again, guys, I'm showing you this area so you can see yourself and learn where to look for those nice entry points. So that was a really good one. So, and what do we have at this moment? And you can see actually euro-dollar went down, and it is, let's go on the daily chart so we get the picture. So I removed the levels here from the previous week because we were looking at possibility of it going up, and so because it turned around now, so I see you see I could connect the tops and some bits of the bottom, so it's looking like a bit of the downtrend now, a bit more, right? So because we're in a bigger uptrend channel, and we were expecting it from here it should turn around and continue inside this downtrend channel, and so now it's more looking like forming that movement. So except, like, you know, guys, remember I told you that I still was expecting a bit more strength of the pairs against dollar because of the election, but on the other hand we have COVID-19 again spreading more through Europe, and so that's like warns people. And also remember about Brexit, right? So they had some Brexit talks which I believe also shouldn't be nicely affecting euro and pound. So that's why this week that's quite was predictable, let's say it that way, expecting a bit of the move down. So, and now it's even giving us a bit of the channel. Well, we still have the same issues with COVID, obviously, and with Brexit talks. And so from this point of view, guys, of course, I would more expect a possible continuation of way down for the pair just to continue. And so you see, I could connect this bottom and with this also bottom, just in case, because you never know, anything can happen on the market, and maybe there will be good Brexit news, and then euro, of course, can go back up, shoot up, right? So it's anything else can be any news. So that's why at this moment we will be looking for my possible entry points. So pretty much from here I will be looking only place sell orders. Let's say if it will sit in here a little bit, will not try to break out, like let's say go in this area, just sit in here, then this is the good area to place the pending order for sell from here. You see, guys, right there, it's crossing the previous bottom here, that bottom, and with the cross with the lower, you see I can expect that it might go nicely from here. With the opening the market, let's take a little bit of consolidation, right? You see 60 pips down and maybe even more to the next bottom. So you see, that would be my number one possibility, and that's what I will be looking at. So let's say if it will not consolidate here and decided to jump up and go back, for example, into this area and start to consolidate in here, then we see from here placing the sell would be a little bit dangerous. Let's go on a smaller chart. Now you know the main picture. I mean, so the expectation could be this week, like I'm saying, once again, first we are going down, and the other expectation could possibly that the pair can stuck in this area. Okay, if there will be a little bit of plus minus good bad news uncertainty, then it can easily just stuck in here before it will you know, decide from here continue the way down, or it might would go back up. So but let's go on a smaller chart. So now you see kind of my point of view for euro, and so you see here if it will go into this area, that's what I was saying to you, right? So if we're sitting in here, that's my order would be here sell. So you see in here I can't place order buy because it's too close to this level. It could be stopped by this. It might go to the next one, but it might not. Depends how strong the news. If it will, let's say from here, right, and then stuck in here also, then it would be more possibility placing the orders buy. You see, because we have a good run to the next level, even the little one level here from the previous stop. You see we still have about 40 pips, which is enough, and so that would be more looking into the buy, because the sell As you can see, guys, from here to here, it's only 20 something pips, and it might not be enough. So of course we need to see at the situation, because of course it might jump up on top of this level and start to consolidate higher. So that's why we at this moment, the one possible entry I can see, but the next one also needs to see, because you see otherwise it might be head, shoulder, and this is head, right? So if it will go and start to sit here, that's what I'm saying. I see more chances of continuing the way up as a possible pattern head and shoulders. So that's my view on euro dollar, guys. So first we are looking at this area, and then we will see what's going to happen. So, and of course, once again, it's possible I will try to send you screenshots. I'm a little bit busy right now with all the different things. There is also another video coming this week, and then I also have a new version of Line Trader. I would call it, let's say, Pro, more advanced with some more settings in there, which is, I think, is really, really good. And I'm testing it right now, and so that's why I'm quite busy, and I'm trying the other strategy. So, and then I will, of course, will give you all the details afterwards. So don't miss it, guys. Subscribe, and don't forget to press the bell so you would know what is going on. And of course, Telegram is going to be where I will send all the updates, and through the groups, of course. But Telegram is the first. Okay, so pound dollar is expected the Brexit talks. We had jumps down, up, down again. I have sent also a message and warned you guys that be careful with pound. Just depends how you trade. But we had a trade, for example, I sent you a screenshot with the trade here. That was a really good area. So what I'm trying to show you now, guys, don't go for long-term buy and wait, sit on it, sell and sit, because anything can happen and it might run away one or the other direction, and then sit for a while in a range where you will be far away from it, and then you're going to stuck with the trade you don't want to, and you will be only collecting negative swaps. You don't want to do that. That's why we are using the EA. Who is using the EA? Quite happy, and we are only getting for wherever we can get, right? Half positions at first, and then trailing stop will give us the rest. So where to look for the entry points? First, actually, I quite like this entry point here, but it was very small, so that's why, for example, I didn't send it to the group to show it, because it was a little bit uncertain here. But look, guys, this was a really nice little area. So that's a little consolidation, for example, to look for, right? So that was one of the channels, and that was much better one, perfect, I would say, because it also had, you see, it jumped up first, gave us a little bit of the wing, like let's say pin bar, and then started to give us a really nice little consolidation, which also, you know, could have ended up like a bit of a triangle. So that's why it was from here possible. It could have go up and it could have go down. So, and then we see it was a really nice movement here. I could have possibly looked at taking the trade, but I didn't take it. But there was also, like, for example, a little consolidation in here, but that was much better. So if you look, this also was nice, but with a little bit very tiny candles in here. So something like this is really nice. So that's what I'm trying to tell you guys. If you want to get into the trades, look for really nice little consolidations, because right now, to tell you where exactly it go up or down, you can't really do it. Of course, I can tell you that on our daily chart, for example, right, we are still in the uptrend channel, and remember, we're still in this range, the previous, where I was expecting it to stay until there would be a little bit more certainty. So you see it's still in that range. It's trying to get higher. Obviously, you can see the lower is higher than the previous low. So that's why at this moment it shows, yeah, I want to go up. I desperately want to go up, and there is still uncertainty with that deal. It looks like they said pretty much no deal, kinda, but you see pound didn't drop. Now they're talking about the possible deal like we have with Australia, to have the UK like Australian agreement. So you never know what can be in here. That's why I'm saying, okay, we are technically sitting in this range, looking towards going up, but news can change it all. And for the best, like I'm saying, go on the smaller time frames and look for those nice little consolidations. Okay, so that's once again one of your consolidation, another consolidation. Here was consolidation, except like I told you guys, it's a little bit early, it's fall. For example, for me, because you're in different time zones, you see 3 o'clock in the morning, for me it's like 2 o'clock in the morning, so that's why I can't get trades like this. But I wouldn't, like, for example, place it before the European session, because it could be spike, you know, spike up or down, and then it could be quite dangerous to get in a bad trade, especially now. The spreads are wider once again, and the price can slip. So that's why if you decide to trade, be very careful, right? Because it might, you see, okay, it's once again, let's say it's moved nice 40 pips, but it's only could be you could have catch only maybe 10 pips, because it could, the price could slip, and the spread could be widened like quite a lot, 20-30 pips. You never know what can happen. So that's why aim for smaller targets wherever it's possible. Place the stop loss behind the price in a break even straight away when it's possible. So that's just I think that's the would be a bit safer way. So that's it, guys. We've pound. I will be just waiting for those possible little consolidations, and then we will see where to place the orders. At this moment, that's my view on pound. This week it's probably going to continue with, because the deadline was on 15th October, and just like I was saying, they was looking at still not be as dramatic that day, because they continue, there will be negotiations. So we still have, once again, mess we wait until December, I presume, but hopefully something will come out soon. Sooner. Okay, dollar yen, pretty much I had no possible entry points. You see, that's our 4-hour chart. It's pretty much nothing's happened. Okay, from here, like I was telling you, I was expecting more towards down, and pair went down a little bit and then just stuck in a little bit of this flat price range. So at this moment, well, might be looking like a bit of a wedge, and it might go up, and at the same time it might go down. At this moment, for me, would be the only way is also once again, it's better to place the sell, only pending sell order, because you see it's a good run down inside the channel. So it has a good like 80 pips or even further 160 pips, and if it will go inside this downtrend channel, if it will go back up, it's not good for me. I'm not going to place the orders because it might be stopped by this level. Might stuck in here, slightly high, slightly low again, jump up and sit in here. That's why I don't really like it as much. You see on the daily chart, it also shows me exactly the same nothing. It can go up, it still be inside this downtrend channel, and I mean, it's kind of look, remember I was telling you, it looking like a little bit of this correction inside this downtrend channel, but at the same time it's at this moment looking still towards going down. I mean, it's not, it didn't break it this week, so that's why you see it stuck, because obviously there is nothing there. Just follow if there will be some news and something would help for it to move one or another direction, because at this moment I don't really like it, except the only one, like I'm saying, the safer technically looking in here is only placing the sell order. So that's why just need a little bit more time to see, because you see the swings, it might do the same again, jump down, as long as, like, that's why I have my 20 pips, right? So it wouldn't catch us on the wing, but you see here it might catch. This swing was about 26 pips, so that's why the danger could be it might jump, take us in, and then turn around, and then again sit, consolidate, who knows, continue the way up, or maybe go down again. So let's just see for a little bit more consolidation, and then we will see, because not much space in here. If it will run away somewhere around here, then it would be already not very good for place and sell, because too close to that level. So it's plus minus, of course, it needs to be corrected, slightly higher, slightly lower. I mean, at this moment it's not as accurate, I'd say, because there are still little tops coming out, but pretty much it's kind of inside it. That's why still at this moment just need a little bit wait and see what to do. Maybe just stay away from it for now, just like I did this week. Dollar Canadian, okay, so let's do the 4-hour chart, so we see what happened this week. Pretty much as expected, correction. Remember, I was telling you about it. So we had a bit of consolidation. I also sent a screenshot. I had a buy order here for a day. Next day I canceled it, and the other day, well, I forgotten to say that I was going to place the order once again, and I hope you did it, who followed it, and I hope you did it next day, because one day it was just sitting and not moving anywhere, and I didn't want to leave it through the night, for example. You see right here, and it started, you see the whole pretty much week it was just sitting, and then at the end on Thursday, you see it's moved up finally. So that was a good entry point, as you can see, guys, once again, right? So all of this consolidation, not placing this pending sell orders, you see, because that's what expectation was. As it went down, we were waiting for correction, it started to consolidate around here, so that was only one way pending order. So you see, afterwards it's kind of created a little bit of the double top, and I had a small trade in here, and then it went down. So what is it now, of course? So let's just see what to, on the daily chart. So we are still kind of in the downtrend channel, except remember I told you this level, well, we had a little bit of like this, right, previously using just these tops, and once again you see it stopped around kind of the same area, right, so right here, well, at this moment it's like really again hard to say is it going to, because you see still can have more using the previous bigger top, like let's say finishing it, or using these two tops, you see that top and that top, so that can be, it will go a little bit down more again and then try to go back up again. Maybe we'll stuck in here, like I was telling you once again, guys. I think it's with there because we are getting closer to the election. It's not making huge moves, you see, it doesn't want to jump out too far and jump down. That's why my expectation more would be it still will not make those big moves, and then just maybe sit in here a little bit in that range possibly, and then after the election it will have a good run. I kind of, that would be my view. So that's why, of course, on the smaller time frames, I would just wait once again for some kind of consolidations. Right now, I don't like anything here. It broke this, let's say, this little top, and then it just see where afterwards it will go. So if that movement will finish, go down here, start to consolidate again, maybe above this level, maybe we'll go inside again, or it will go back up in here. So, and then would be a decision. At this moment, it's pretty much just have a correction of this up movement. Okay, so, or maybe it had enough and it's corrected from that and then continue the way down even further. So, but this moment, like I'm saying, I quite would expect it possible just sit in this area, in this range. So that's kind of view on dollar Canadian, Australian. Once again, you see I moved all the levels, but that was the entry point I gave you guys in my last week technical analysis. So you see it was a good move, so it went down. And what else? So now okay, let's go on a bigger time frame again. It's a bit bigger picture on this, because you see we are kind of getting into the finally downtrend correction of this huge big move, right? Remember we had huge move and no correction, so that's why it's quite pretty much at this moment looking like it started to move down, and but might not be, once again, might not go too far. So it might from here we have it, and at this moment it might finish that move. And the point is what I'm trying to say, because you see it's already moved in here, you see about 170 pips, but didn't reach the bottom, so it might finish it. It would be 200 pips, so of course I would expect a little bit of correction, right? So that's why, for example, here what is we have, it started to create us a bit of the channel, you see, nice one, but it's very close to this the downtrend. And well, next level would be nice, but it might, you know, go down a little bit, touch that, and then turn around. So that's what I don't want to get into a bad trade. And so that's why at this moment it only looks like if it is continue a little bit of the channel, it's more looking you know, to have a bit of a correction. So it might go back to this level. So that's why at this moment I wouldn't probably place the both orders. You see, for if I would like place sell and it will stop by this level, then I'm not going to make anything. It's going to take me to a bad trade. Then it might continue, you see, but might have a bit of and then go up. So that's why I think for now I need to wait a little bit more to see what is it going to give. Maybe it will go a little bit higher like this, and then a bit further from this level, and then it would be less dangerous to place the order. So like, for example, give us a little bit of the bearish flag. Because at this moment it needs correction of that movement. It needs a correction, okay? So a little correction higher, but still technically it's more needed that way. So if it will, you see at this moment I'm using these bottoms, right? But if it will start to break it out, then of course I can move, and the bottom would be here, you see, guys, so like this, and then it would be a bit bigger. So that would be like this. It would be, if you'll continue, then there would be bigger, wider channel, right? So from here, it might go down further and then start to have a correction. So that's what I'm trying to, you see, when I'm looking at all of this technical analysis and the levels, where the market can go, where it can stop. You see from here, For example, right now it's nice, right? So I could place sell and buy pending orders and expecting that if it's sell, it will be possible stop a little bit by this previous bottom, have maybe a little bit of correction from here or consolidation, and continue the way down to the next, and then good correction from here, right? So from that area down here. So, but like I'm saying, we need to see all the possibilities, what can happen, that it might be these bottoms, it treats better first, right? So that bottom and that bottom, and that's why I see it stopped a little bit here, and that's why from here it might have a bit of correction before it will try to continue and make this wider, that channel. So that's why here a little bit just to wait for now, and then we will see, because you see guys, that was a good entry point, you saw it straight away, and here is kind of not as good. Okay, so that's why we'll just wait a little bit. Euro pound also is expecting with the pound movement, right, with the Brexit. We still had a trade, and I was sending this entry point here because it's created like a double bottom. You see consolidation, little bit double bottom, so it had like double indication that we should go up. So this is where we had the buy, and you see the pair moved up, gave us some profit, then it's fall, created a nice consolidation here, so that also could have been used, but I didn't go for it because I just wasn't sure, but it was a really nice actually possible entry point. So that's pretty much it for now. It still kind of sits in this channel, but it's looking like, look at this guys, so now I can't do this. I mean, it's still not breaking out from that, right? It's, well, kind of like our still flag, but it's more like a wedge now, you see, because it's narrowed down all this bottom, so it's more like a wedge, and it's still like a bullish wedge now, you see, it's like a bullish one. So technically, you see, it shows, yeah, it's definitely we're going up, but with the news you don't know. So that's why, again guys, if there will be nice into a nice consolidation, then we will have a look. But there's so many of these swings, it's also tells us about, you see, uncertainty. You see how it doesn't want to go up or down, and wants to go because of this uncertainty. I mean, it's creating right now, possibly would be nice area for here to create some consolidation once again, but with all the swings, you see, it might do exactly the same, jump down, jump, then go, and so let's see what is going to be there, and follow the news for pound yen is going to be exactly the same thing, guys. Also, I was sending the entry point here, which also was looking double top, but we still had I still was placing both orders directions, pending orders, because you see, sometimes double tops might end up in triangles, right? And so that's why it could have, of course, that will not break, could have jumped from here and then give us a triangle. So that's why we had a really nice entry point here. And but like I'm saying, first, when it's creating something like this, of course, the expectation that it quite possibly will be double top, except the only one thing I'm going to tell you, I don't like when the top is lower than the previous. Another danger of this, that double top, the first, it could end up as a triangle, and also it can end up as a bullish flag. You see, guys, when you have the previous top higher than the next one, so you see, it might look like a bullish flag like this, right? And then, of course, when you place the order here and it moves a little bit, then it might jump up, and so you see, like from here, it could have jumped up. But that's why we are going only for a few pips to take half positions, and then because of the avoid something like that. So that's why with the double tops, I prefer then the shoulder, let's say, and the possible next one slightly higher or on the same level. So that would be slightly better for the double top, to be more double top than a danger of a possible bullish flag. So it's just giving you a little bit more insights of the patterns, what to pay attention on. Sometimes it can happen, but here we had really good wings, and so that's why it was looking more towards. And also the video, all the news said no deal, more looking like a no deal. So right now you see, it's nothing, it's very messy here. End up on Friday, and everybody was still expecting something come out, but nothing. Of course, technically looking, is still in uptrend channel. But like I'm saying, don't be fooled by this because the news can change anything. So that's why right now it's just a waiting time for any consolidation. Okay, so let's go now. We're going to gold, see what happened here. So gold is pretty much, you see, looking on the daily chart as a downtrend channel. I also like moved all these levels around here. Let's go on the 4-hour chart. So what we had, so we were going up here, see guys, and it didn't break. So it didn't break and didn't go higher, and it's a little bit stuck in this area. So it went down and then it's sitting in here now, trying to pick the direction. And it's really hard because there is nothing comes out there on the news which can help the pair to make a good move. Okay, so because at this moment, yes, it's finished, it stopped here, it went down. So looking inside this channel, like at this moment it's kind of moving like technically, right? So technically, and so what I see technically here, on one hand we have this correction inside the downtrend channel. So of course expectation would be it should break and go down further, but look, we have 1, 2, so that's why in here I would expect still a third move. You know, there is like a pattern at 3 omegas, and so that's why I would expect this still to go up and then possibly break. But this is very strong level. You see, we have so many tops in here, so quite strong. It needs something to break out. So pretty much this week it was balancing around 900 price, and it didn't break it. So it didn't break it up too much, and it didn't break it down either. So it's stuck around this price tag, and nothing is major. Maybe there is something comes out this week, possibly, but technically, like I'm saying, from here I would have seen a little bit more going up, maybe give us a little bit higher and then turn around and fall. Well, it's quite a little bit of quite, you see in here that area. Of course I would be looking better if it will not run away from me once again, jump up or down before it. So that would rather to see it go inside this area, and possible, you see, like how far is it can go from here. Let's say from here to here, it's quite, you see, it's gold is like 140 pips to go up, and but it can give us the win, and that's a bit of a danger. So but that's the probably possible first area to look for some consolidation. And like I'm saying, I would have still more towards going up, and like I'm saying, maybe it will try to break this level, but it's like giving us the third final. But then afterwards I would presume if it will not break inside and start and sit, for example, here on top or on top of this level or higher above this level, then I would see a bit more with towards going up. So if it will not break it and then go down, of course, then first quite possible it will be stopped by the previous bottom, that, and but depends how strong it will be. It might just ignore it and then fall even further to like 1,800 something. So, but I think it needs to give a bit of the news to help it to move that far. But yeah, that's what I would see. More technically looking, first go up a little bit, not breaking up or breaking a little bit, and then see staying in this area or staying above, and then we will see what to do next. So that's pretty much it, guys. So what we have still oil to have a look. I mean, on oil, again, also it did what is expected. From here it moved down. You see it didn't break in, just like I was telling you, watch out when it falls, it might be stopped by this level. You see, exactly, it just touched it. So yeah, quite accurate my level was, and then it jumped out from it and then go back into this area and then stuck in here right now. So it's just like the expectation here, we're breaking out from the channel, we'll have a pullback and then go back up. So okay, with this point it looks like, yeah, it should continue the way up, but again, with all these circumstances and what's happening, I'm not going to go for any trade with oil. So I'm just going to sit and wait what's going to be next, because like I'm saying, I don't even trade it very often, and it's been so long in all of this like mess. There are better opportunities right now out there, like pound. So I think with oil, I just wait and see what's going to happen next. Like once again, I still think with all of this COVID situation, I still would expect it to fall, but I guess there are some of those news helped it to go a little bit higher. So yeah, and like I'm saying, I would still go for, if it will fall somewhere. I mean, at this moment it's broken, it's more, it might stuck just in this price range, so without going back inside this channel, so it might just stuck in here. But like I'm saying, we're getting closer to the election, and that might help it. So that's my view on the next week, guys, with all the pairs. I hope you liked the video, and of course, don't forget to like, subscribe, and I see you next week. Happy trading, everyone. Bye.